Good morning, everyone. My name is Angel. I am El Gallito de la Sierra, crypto keeper. I don't sell my altcoins. I don't get rid of my crypto. I don't sell when fear is in the market. Today is Wednesday, September 8th. And yesterday I posted a video about the correction that happened on many of the altcoins, right? Well, today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about AMP. I've been sharing with you all about AMP, AMP. For those of you who don't know and you're just visiting my channel, AMP is a cryptocurrency that aims to power off of the Flexa network. It is a cryptocurrency that will be used for brick and mortar companies to be able to validate transactions for payment. So I had mentioned El Salvador. El Salvador yesterday adopted Bitcoin as their legal tender currency. In other words, El Salvador will also accept as a method of payment for goods and services Bitcoin. Y en el país del Salvador, la raza, la gente de allí, los salvadoreños, van a poder ir a las tiendas y van a poder comprar con Bitcoin. El gobierno les va a dar $30 worth of Bitcoin. And this was, let me kind of talk a little bit about that. I want to talk a little bit about that because I think this is a good example of why Bitcoin is a better method of currency. You might wonder, pues, ¿qué voy a hacer con el Bitcoin si tengo que pagar con Bitcoin, tengo que comprar Bitcoin? ¿Y para qué quiero usar Bitcoin? No todos están forzados a usar Bitcoin en El Salvador. Lo que quiere decir esto es de que El Salvador prefiere transactar con Bitcoin. Pero si tú tienes dólares, los puedes usar en El Salvador. El Salvador no dijo, hey, vamos a cancelar todo tipo de dinero y nomás vamos a usar Bitcoin. Eso no es lo que hizo El Salvador. El Salvador simplemente hizo ley y dirigió al país que Bitcoin va a ser la preferencia. ¿Ok? Y eso es muy bueno para El Salvador. En esta manera. If I live here in the U.S. and I'm salvadoreño, right? I'm not, but if I am salvadoreño and I have family that lives in Salvador, right? And my family connects with Bitcoin. In other words, they have a wallet where they store their Bitcoin. And let's say I have Bitcoin here. I can send my family member, $100, $200, $500. Les puedo mandar yo Bitcoin de aquí a allá. In a matter of seconds, carnal. Pronto. No como el MoneyGram or ahorita se hace como de esa manera, right? Vas a la tienda, no sé dónde está el MoneyGram. Yo no mando dinero a ningún país, no sé muy bien dónde existen estas formas de... Pero se me hace que Vallarta tiene. Cuando entro a la Vallarta a comprar mis huevos, tortillas, mi galón de lechita, mis winnies y mi ketchup, allí en Vallarta ahí tienen they have a booth where you can send money to El Salvador, right? Or to Mexico or to almost any part of the world. And so they charge you un puño de billetes, right? So si quiero mandar 300, me rebajan, no sé, como unos, hay que suponer que me rebajen unos $30. Wow, that's a lot of feria. Le regalo yo al MoneyGram o al que está mandando el dinero, les tengo que pagar tanto dinero para mandar ese dinero. Y es caro, brother. Es mucha feria. O con Bitcoin, con cryptocurrency, yo les puedo mandar a cualquier país del mundo, no importa dónde vivan, no importa si viven en un desierto o en una montaña o en un valle donde no hay nadie ni nada, pero mientras haya internet, allí pueden ellos recibir en su teléfono móvil, pueden recibir ellos el Bitcoin que yo les mande a un costo muy like a fractional cost. It doesn't cost much to send. I could send my brother who might be visiting in Japan, and I say, hey, I'm gonna send you some Bitcoin or Litecoin. I'm gonna send you some Litecoin. I'm gonna send you a couple $100 in Litecoin, and it's very cheap for me to send that money over there to his wallet. Only if he's connected with Bitcoin, only if he has a wallet to receive Bitcoin. I can do that. And I can do that with no middleman, no middle person, no middle entity. En otras palabras, MoneyGram, it's a middle person. Si yo voy a Vallarta y mando ese dinero por medio de otra persona o otro negocio, con Bitcoin no hay nada de eso. So elimino yo I eliminate that third party, that entity. That's the beauty of cryptocurrency. For me, that's the beauty of cryptocurrency. Because I don't have to send via a third party. I send it directly with very minimal fees. And that makes sense to me. That saves me money. Okay, so I'm very excited for El País de Salvador, man. I can't wait to hear all the exciting stuff. But here's the exciting stuff about why El Salvador with Bitcoin is going to be a game changer for some of the other altcoins. And, you know, I don't understand the market. I don't know why, with all of this great news, all the markets crashed. It's just very interesting. But what I have found out, last night I spent a couple of hours researching the why. Why, with such great news, didn't the market go up and instead went down? Well, that's just crypto for you. Sometimes it goes up and up and up, and it's difficult to really understand why. And it's difficult for people who do technical analysis to illustrate to you and define reasons of why it did what it did. There might be experts in drafting graphs and charts and talking to you about why it did what it did, but there's a lot of factors. There is a lot of reasons, and some of those reasons are difficult to understand. So all I'm saying is, don't be surprised when the cryptocurrency market spikes up or down and creates uncertainty in yourself, or certainty. Also, when the market spikes and goes up and up and up and up, be careful, because when it does that, it also does the opposite very quickly, or sometimes not very quickly, but it takes a little bit of time. So let me get back to the altcoin that I think it's gonna perform very, very well, and I'm so glad that I'm in that coin. already since a while ago. AMP. I've been telling everybody about AMP. I've been mentioning a little bit about AMP. What it does, how it works. Again, AMP token, which uses the Flexa network, is going to be one of those tokens that is used for people making purchases and people being able to buy goods and services, and the vendor being able to receive payment in whatever fiat they prefer. ¿Qué quiere decir eso, Ángel? Fiat. Fiat es dinero. Fiat es como el dinero de México, que viene siendo el peso. El dinero de Estados Unidos, que viene siendo el dólar. El dinero de Europa, que viene siendo el euro, right? That's fiat. So, si yo soy un negocio en El Salvador y le quiero vender papusas a la gente en un restaurante, el restaurante va a decir: yo quiero recibir mi pago en Bitcoin. Muy bien. Claro que le vamos a pagar en Bitcoin. Pero para que el vendedor reciba su pago en Bitcoin, y yo estoy pagando mis papusas, el plato de papusas con dólares americanos o con el peso de El Salvador, esa cantidad yo pago, y cuando yo pague, AMP token va a convertir ese dinero it's going to convert it equally into the amount that is owed to the vendor in Bitcoin. In other words, el dueño del restaurante, él va a recibir su feria en Bitcoin. Cuando tú pagues con pesos, con la tarjeta, con lo que pagues, el vendedor, en otras palabras, él lo va a recibir en Bitcoin. Now, I'm giving you just a very simple example. Of course, it's not going to be just that easy, right? It's not going to be exactly the way I'm telling you it's going to be. I'm giving you an example that when I pay with whatever I pay, the owner needs to receive it in Bitcoin because that's his preferred method of payment. But in order for the vendor to receive that payment, he or she, that restaurant owner, needs to receive it in Bitcoin because that's the preferred method of payment. And AMP, the token AMP, is the token that is needed to make that happen. Without that token, you cannot make that happen. So aquí está la cherry on top. Y con esto voy a terminar. I'm going to make this video a little short for you guys. Porque a veces me agarro hablando y el gallito de la sierra pues también está manejando. Y cuando estoy manejando, a veces estoy poniendo atención a la calle y luego estoy poniendo atención aquí con ustedes. Y se me hace un poquito, los sesos se me hacen un poquito mushy. Y se me va la onda. So it's okay que se me vaya la onda every now and then. Because all I'm trying to do here for you guys, for my listeners, for the people who want to become wise, these videos are for people who are tired of being broke, of being left behind, of being, como en otras palabras, encajelado. I don't even know if that's a word. Encajelado. Están en la cárcel, brother. En la cárcel de la mente. ¿Ok? Encarcelado, no encajelado. Encarcelado en la cárcel de su mente, right? You're in a prison. You're living in a prison, but the prison of your own mind. And you gotta break out. And the way to break out is to listen carefully to the things that are said about ways you can break the cycle of poverty in your own life. And you have to start with your mind first. ¿Ok? Tiene que comenzar con la mente primero. ¿Por qué tiene que comenzar con la mente primero? Porque si usted puede quebrar las cadenas de la prisión, de las puertas de la prisión de su mente, usted puede alcanzar niveles grandísimos, grandísimos. Puede quebrar la depresión, puede quebrar el sentimiento de suicidio, puede quebrar cualquier otra cosa, incluyendo las finanzas de su vida, right? You can, what I just said in Spanish was that if you're able to break the chains of the prison cell door of your mind and exit into higher levels of, you can break depression, you can break feelings of suicide or suicide ideation, you could break your financial status, because I know I surely have, and that's the way I did it. I worked on my mind first. Okay, AMP token in El Salvador is going to be a token that already has been adopted. And the point that I'm trying to make is, before everybody knew that AMP token was going to be the chosen token for El Salvador, the country of El Salvador, they're going to adopt it, they're going to use it, y vamos a mirar a ver qué pasa. Vamos a mirar a ver si AMP puede hacer lo que dice que va a hacer. Because that's the reason why it's very cheap right now. Because there's very little utility. Not a whole lot of companies are using AMP token to the scale where the value of that token can increase. But what I really enjoyed about AMP token, at the time that the market crashed, AMP token was trading, and I'm talking when Bitcoin was about 52,000, okay? Cardano was about $2 and like 80 something cents. And Litecoin was at $200 and 220 something dollars. Wherever it was at, cuando cayó la marqueta, to give you a perspective, Bitcoin went from like $52,600, don't quote me on this, but around there, approximately $52,600, more or less. When it crashed for a period of time, it dropped to like 46,000. No, I'm sorry, lower than that. It dropped about 9,000 de un fregadazo. Cardano dropped 80 cents de un fregadazo. It went to $2 de un fregadazo. Litecoin to $168 from $220 or something like that en un fregadazo. Ok, todas esas altcoins cayeron fuerte, amigo. Fuerte. Como si te aventaste del tercer piso y caíste en el suelo, apachurrado. Yo me he caído de un techo, brother. Los que están construyendo en los techos, cuando te resbalan, ya no hay momento de agarrarte de nada. Te resbalas y te caes hasta el suelo. Ok, te caes pronto y duro. That's how the altcoins fell. It shook all of us in the cryptocurrency market. But I started looking at the coins that I own, my portfolio, I was like, wow, man. Mi portafolio de cryptocurrencies, cuando miré el dinero que se cambió de, no voy a decir cuánto, pero cuando se cambió de tanto a tanto, era un fregadazo duro. Y dije yo, wow, miles y miles de dólares de cambio. So, me fui a mirar a AMP y dije yo, que quiero mirar cómo hizo AMP, porque aquí está la cosa, déjale bajo la velocidad. I'm driving really fast because I'm talking, I'm not paying attention. And oh my goodness, aquí hay patrols. There's more highway patrols in this area than convenience stores, carnal, than liquor stores. Aquí hay mucho highway patrol. So le tengo que calmar aquí el carrito un poquito. Déjame en derecho un poquito, ¿ok? Porque the last thing I need is to get pulled over right now, because I'm ready to make a point. Okay, ahí estamos. Let me see. All right, we're good. I got a couple of cars behind me, but they're not cops. That's a good thing. Alright, porque si ven al gallito ahorita así como lo ven con corbatita y unos lentes y una cachuchita con un gallo on it, el High Patrol va a pensar, este vato anda mal. There's something wrong right here. Va a querer hacer search. Y no quiero que me haga search. Órale. Ahí estamos. La AMP token. Let me get back to AMP token. I'm sorry. AMP token fell. Okay, it didn't fall hard as I thought it would. It went from 0.05, like I don't know, it was trading like at 0.05789, algo así. It was in the upper 5 cents. Okay, when everything crashed, AMP token went to like 0.05000. It went to exactly about 5 cents. Maybe the red candlestick, the wick, they call it the wick. The candlestick is the little barrita que parece una batería, ¿verdad? Y tiene un piquito para arriba y un piquito para abajo. Cuando es rojo es porque está cayendo, está tocando abajo la línea donde el precio está de la altcoin, de la AMP. Bueno, ese piquito quizás tocó 0.04999, algo así. Pero aquí está la cosa. If you calculate the correction of all of these altcoins that dropped, the percentage amount that it dropped was very high. If you take that same percentage amount, like Solana, for example, all the altcoins in the crypto market fell, and Solana, which is another blockchain on the Ethereum network, Solana no cayó. It went up instead of down. And so that told me something. Wow, that cryptocurrency, where I don't have any Solana. I wish I did. I didn't buy any when it was like $20, $30. Y ahorita vale $130. I mean, man, it just, over a course of a month, it skyrocketed. So some altcoins are going to do that. But why are they going to do that? Utility. That is the main reason for many of them, but not all of them, because look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't really have a whole lot of utility, and it's worth a boatload of money, and it has increased from like $1 to $50-something thousand, and a lot, from inception. So AMP token no cayó bien duro como yo pensé. Yo dije que va a caer como unos 2 centavitos. Y pensé, si hubiera caído a 2 centavitos, yo hubiera comprado otro puño, pero no hizo eso. Which is a good thing, because if it would have done that and stayed around 2 or 3 cents, to me, that means it's a very weak token right now, right? Polygon Matic, el crypto Polygon Matic está, I consider that token weak right now. Weak, because that token used to be worth more than Cardano when Cardano was trading at $1.40. That token was like $1.70. It was stronger than Cardano. That one has a lot of utility, has a lot of adoption. Están haciendo muchas cosas on Polygon Matic, but in my opinion, it's trading very weak. No se ha levantado at the same speed that some of these other altcoins have. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna lose faith on that. I own a lot of Polygon Matic. Tengo muchos criptos, pesetas de cripto en Polygon Matic, and I still trust it. And I'm still going to believe in it, because I really believe that it's gonna correct, and when it does, allí se va a ver donde de fregadazo se va a ir para arriba. Yo todavía siento que eso va a pasar con Polygon Matic. So no la voy a vender. As a matter of fact, I don't care how it performs. I'm not selling any of my portfolio. I'm not a day trader. I'm not a trader. Hay muchos que son traders. And I'll talk about that in a later video. What's the difference between crypto keepers? They call them hodlers. 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 I'm sort of a hodler. Lo que yo compro, I hold it. I do it because check this out. I'm going to end with this. AMP token. Just remember AMP token. Look at the charts. There's a lot. There's this guy named Carlos. I'm going to just give him a shout out right here on my video. Carlos goes into a lot of AMP because he owns AMP as well. He's passionate about AMP like I am. So Google him, find him. He does a lot of good videos on AMP and a few other crypto coins. And he shares charts. Y el compa habla español también. So I'm just I'm supporting him as well in that respect, that he can communicate with his viewers in the same language that I'm communicating with you, in English and Spanish. Okay, I'm gonna end it by saying this. In my next video, I'll talk a little bit about what hodler means. En otras palabras, you're a crypto keeper. Okay, I'm a crypto keeper, and as a keeper, what you're doing is you're investing for the long run, bro. Allí está el, ¿cómo se dice? I don't know cómo se dice. Pero la idea de tener todos estos criptos en un portfolio safe, que no haya riesgo de que te los vayan a robar via a hack. And I'll talk about hacks, safe storage, wallets, where you can sign up, what are the safe, like Coinbase, Gemini, Kraken. Those are a few of the exchanges that you can use that I have been using for a very long time, and I have had zero casualties, zero issues. So I vouch for those because those are legit companies that exist in the US and have a team and have they can answer any questions you might have. I can call and talk to somebody if I need to. Those are the kinds of companies I want to do business with. Now, you can go on exchanges like CoinGecko and KuCoin or KuCoin. There's a lot of exchanges, but a lot of exchanges, they're risky, especially the ones that don't ask for a whole lot of identification, right? They're very risky. You could lose all of your portfolio on those kinds of exchanges, and I'm not the one to trust them. So I'll end by saying this, that in my next video, I'll talk a little bit about that. How can you get involved? What can you do to get involved? Who should you sign up with? Not who you should sign up with, but who you should research and make your own decision as to, yeah, this one might be a safer route, right? For me, Coinbase, Kraken, and Gemini are my preferred exchanges. But you can choose whoever you want. Okay, deja termino con esto. I've been collecting wheat pennies, coins, just all kinds of types of coins. Silver coins, wheat pennies, silver dollars. I mean, tengo de todo, brother. From many parts of the country. I mean, from many parts of the world. I have coins that are just very beautiful. I love coins. I have a microscope. I weigh them. I tag them. I don't appraise all of them because cuesta feria to go take it to get appraised. But I love coins, and I've been collecting coins for over 15 years. For over 15 years, I've been hodling, right? I've been hodling my pesetas. Y tengo, un día de estos hago un videíto nomás para que ustedes miren la cantidad que tengo y there's just some beautiful coins that I own. I'm fascinated with coins. That's why I'm in cryptocurrency, because it's an e-coin. It's una peseta electrónica, so it's just attractive to me because I'm just a coin collector. I'm a hodler, and I'm going to talk about that. Why that's important to hodl, why it's important for you to stake, and it's because those coins that I probably have been collecting for 15 years. If you go and I have wheat pennies that are 1909s. I got 4 of them. They're 1909s. They're not in very great shape. And long story short, those pennies 10 years ago weren't really worth a whole lot. Or they were worth a lot, but they were worth less than what they're worth today. So in the 10 years that have passed, they have become more valuable. And that's why, that's why I hold. Because if I don't need the feria, which I don't need it right now, then why sell? Why sell? So again, thank you very much for following me. Gracias por seguirme en mi YouTube. Y ahí estamos. El ladito de la sierra, Crypto Keeper checking out. Kikiriki.